Hi there, grade 2 students. Today we'll be looking at focus question 2, care and safety of self. Well, at the end of today's lesson, you should be able to identify at least 2 road signs, explain the correct sequence when crossing the road, create at least 5 road safety rules, and finally, use basic shapes when creating road signs. But before we get into that, I want you to listen to this conversation between Paul and his grandmother. My child, how was your day?
Grandma, my day was great.
Really? What made it great?
I learned a lot today.
Like what, my child?
While crossing the road today, a man shouted at me to use the pedestrian crossing. After which, I was told by a man on the street that I should walk on the right side of the road when there is no sidewalk.
But you know, my child, that is the right thing to do. I hope you did it.
Grandma, it seems like there are many rules to follow when on the road. Can you help me understand how to use the road safely?
But of course, my child, let's learn together. Paul has a big problem, boys and girls. Now, can you think of some ways that you can help Paul? I know you are a thinker. Well, I agree with you. There are some guidelines, safety precautions, and safety rules that we must abide by when traveling on the road. But first, children, let us look at a few words that we will use in this lesson. First word, pedestrian, drivers, and safety. Now, safety speaks to staying away from danger. What about pedestrian? Pedestrians are persons who walk on the street. Drivers are persons who operate motor vehicles. Now I want you to look at this picture. Can you identify the pedestrians? Very good. Can you identify the motorists? Of course. Very good, boys and girls. Traffic is always moving on the road, children. Now, some roads are very busy, as we know. But if we are not careful on the road, we can get into many dangerous situations. Can you think of any of these rules that we should obey when walking or driving? Well, look at this picture. Can you see anything that will help us to be safe on the road? Of course, the road signs, traffic lights, pedestrian crossing. Oh, very good, boys and girls. Let us now identify a few road signs that we will see on the road. Pedestrian crossing, no walking by pedestrians. When driving, stop, yield, no U-turn, speed limit, give way. Hospital, do not enter. Road narrows. Traffic light, no entry, no parking, slippery road, among many others. All these signs, children, help to keep us safe. Now, I want you to close your eyes and imagine what would happen if drivers and pedestrians did not obey the road signs. Imagine with me. Chaos, confusion, and many accidents would happen on the road. So it is very important that we obey the road signs. Wonderful. So just like how there are rules at home and at school, there are rules on the road. Now, these rules help to maintain order and to keep all of us safe on the road. Let us now watch a video to see how we should be safe on the road.
Children, any road you're on, you are number one. Walk, don't run, look after number one. You got to be aware, put your hand in the air, then you cross quickly when the road is clear. Look right, look left, and then you look right again. Then you cross when the road is clear. Only then, over here to over there, put your hand in the ear. To be safe on the road, you got to be aware. What does right? Yo, put up on a hand. What does right? You are number one. What does right? When you no see no car coming. What does right? Hey, follow me. Look right, look left, then look right again. Stop, think, look and listen, then step, step, step. Yo,
This is the way we cross the road.
look right, look left, then look right again. Stop, think, look and listen, step, step, step. Yo,
This is the way we cross the road.
So based on the video that you just saw, let us create our own rules based on what we watched just now on the video. Rule number 1. We should always walk on the sidewalk. I agree with you, that's a very good rule. But what if there's no sidewalk? We should always walk on the right side of the road, or we always face the incoming traffic. Rule number 2. Be very observant when walking on the road. Rule number 3. When crossing the road, always use the pedestrian crossing, just like Tia. And if there's none, always cross on a straight road. Never cross in a corner. Rule number 4. Never run across the road. Rule number 5. Do not play on the road. Wonderful, boys and girls. I heard those rules. Now I want you to help me complete these sentences. Here are a few words for you to use to complete the sentences. Pedestrian crossing, helmet, road signs, left and right. Now let's look at the sentences. I wear my dash when riding my bike on the road. Which of those words would you use to complete the sentence? Helmet. Very good, boys and girls. Sentence number 2. I look both dash and dash when crossing the road. I look both left and right. Very good, when crossing the road. Number 3. I obey the dash when traveling on the road. I obey the road signs, indeed, when traveling on the road. And our final sentence, I always cross on the dash. I always cross on the pedestrian crossing. Way to go, boys and girls. Excellent job. Now, boys and girls, we are going to be looking at a sequence of events that we should do when crossing the road. Now let's look at these cards together. We must arrange them in the correct order. Let's go. Now here we have our cards. I want you to look very closely to see which of these activities we would have to do first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Look closely. Which of them should we do first when crossing the road? Very good. We should stop at the pedestrian crossing. Excellent. What will come next? Yes, we would have to wait for cars to pass. What about the third step? Look left. Very good. And then we would look right. Step 5, we look back to the left. Very good. And our last step, we cross safely. Never run. We take our time and go across the road safely. boys and girls, we're going to be looking very closely at the shapes on the screen, and I want you to tell me the names of these shapes. We have a circle, we have a square, we have an octagon, and a diamond. Very good. Now my next task for you is to figure out a way that we could use these shapes to make a road sign. Sounds interesting, but guess what? You are going to need a few materials, so get them ready, and then you are going to make your own road sign at home. Get your paint, your crayons, your fudge sticks, and anything else you would like to add to your road sign. And when you are finished, you are going to share your road signs with your friend, your neighbor, and mommy and daddy. So there we have it, boys and girls. We have looked at being safe on the road. There are many things that we must abide by on the road. So guess what? The next time you go on the street, remember to follow the road signs and be very, very safe on the road. Until next time, boys and girls. See you. Bye.